I want to share a story with you that a friend of mine shared. I want to name it the shopping carts because it's fitting, okay? I pulled into the parking spot and sat there for a few minutes debating if I wanted to get out there or park in front of the shops of the plaza. As I decided to get out, lights flashed and I looked up from my phone that I was disengaging from the charger to see that a vehicle had turned into the spot directly in front of me and stopped part of the way because there was an empty cart in the spot, so the driver couldn't fully pull into the space. She got out, glared in my direction, grabbed the cart aggressively, and shoved it out of the space enough to finish parking. I thought. I guess I've been judged, tried in the balance, and found wanting. She thinks I did it because my car is running and the headlights are on. Well, that's her problem, I thought, and continued to disengage my phone from the charger because I had decided to walk from where I was parked. It was still misty outside with spells of drizzle like it had been all day, so I got my mask, flipped a hoodie over my hair because I didn't feel like getting my umbrella, and was about to open the door when Miss Glare grabbed the cart's handle with force, no less, and exaggeratedly pulled it to her while glaring at my vehicle. She passed in front of my car, though she didn't need to. Then the driver's side started glaring at me without attention to where she was headed. I smiled and was about to laugh because the expression on her face accused, indicted, tried, and sentenced me for violation of shopping cart etiquette. Honestly, I was weary of it all by then, but really wanted to laugh. Instead, I felt the Jamaican rising in me, and just as quickly wanted to jump out of the car and say, "If you think you bad, touch a button." The very next thing I experienced as the fleeting bad gal thought crossed my mind is, "Whose are you?" Ouch, you see, that was decades ago prayer reminder. So I continued to smile and I figured we might run into each other since she went into the store I was headed into. Mind you, in her quest to show me, she didn't take the cart into the store where she was headed. Instead, she made an introverted Z so it could be left in a more appropriate, less obstructive spot, while she looked back at me glaringly to see if I watched. Hopefully, she'll recognize that she judged incorrectly if she leaves before me and sees my parked car when she heads out. Either way, I quickly decided that those emotions she worked her irritated self into wasn't mine but hers to carry. I'm not responsible for her interpretation just because she formulated one directed at me and about me based on an occupied running vehicle parked opposite of the ill-placed cart. If she said something, I'd have addressed it. Let her handle her made bed. I needed to get what I've needed for weeks now, but didn't feel like driving to the side of town. But now that I'm here doing something else, let's kill two birds and not people. We didn't encounter each other in the store, but she left before me. Her car was gone when I returned. As I reflected on her assumptions, I cannot help but to acknowledge that my experience isn't new. Many face unsolicited accusations and consequences daily for something they had nothing to do with. I thought how easily someone could lose their life or face incarceration over someone else's irrational assumption or calculated actions. It reminded me of years ago in an act of road rage. A woman killed another because she thought the lady following her home because of it. Turned out the lady lived in the very same neighborhood, doors away from hers. Yet, she grabbed her weapon, got out of her car while they were stopped, and shot to death this innocent woman who was simply on her way home. Some of us may not go that far, but inside, we have offed someone, cut them off, written them off, stamped and blotted them out, etc., because of assumptions and self-generated false accusation and misplaced judgment without information. I've had my day. Wise and harmless, is always relevant. A servant of the Lord must not quarrel, but must be kind to everyone, be able to teach, and be patient with difficult people. 2 Timothy 2:24. Stay safe out there. I'm grateful for God's daily protection. This was shared from Denise Grant, a dear friend of mine. She is a chaplain. She is a pastor. She is everything. This was just beautifully written. I didn't do it any justice by my reading it, but I'm going to try to fit the whole story in below this video so you can read it yourself. All right.